Hi, welcome to Mike's Garage. So I have some solar goodness for you today. So actually have a shipment that just came in. So these are the URI Peach 390 watt panels. So we're going to take a look at it. We're going to kind of unbox it. We'll see what's there, make sure everything's good. I kind of tore open the box a little bit just to ensure that there was no damage ahead of time. But what we're going to do is we're going to undo all the straps, pull off the cardboard, see where it's at, and then we'll talk a little bit about the panels. Let's take a look. All right, so here's the back of it. It looks like the positive and negative cables, they're in their own separate box. So I know with like my Tailsuns and a lot of other ones, you'll just have like one large box. It'll have the two connections in there, positive and negative, and then it'll have your three diodes for bypass. And with this, it's got two separates, and it has this in the middle, which I'm not sure with that, but that might have something to do with it being a split panel. Maybe that holds the diodes, not sure. But let me show you what the split panel looks like. Before we do that, let me show you the specs real quick. So the maximum power is 390 watts. They are 48.53 volts. Short circuit is 10.16 amps with a maximum current of 9.66. You can put up to 1500 volts. So you could put quite a few in series. And then it has the fire performance rating. UL listed, of course. All right, so here it is. So you can see it's got the nice divider in the center. So these two act as if they're separate panels. So if you have one panel that is, has a good amount of shade on it, that would be bypassed, whereas the other side would still be creating energy for you. So kind of cool. So if you're in an area that has a lot of shade, it's not quite as good as a panel that's designed specifically for shade, but it does help out quite a bit. So this is kind of cool. 390 watts, got 30 of them in. So I have a lot of work to do. So this is going to be for the other side over there where I have my panels for the house. I'll have a total of 72 panels on 3 inverters, 24 panels for each inverter. One inverter has 24 tail suns, another inverter has 24 tail suns, and then the third inverter will have 24 of these URI peaches. And that way everything's nice and separate. Should have more than enough power for the house. So should be around 28,000 kilowatts. So I think that should be plenty. And then the extra ones that I have left over, I'm going to add them onto the shop and get a little bit more power in the wintertime. That way I can really crank up the heat. But for my house being all electric, I should have more than enough power. If need be, I could probably disconnect some of the panels if there's way too much in the summertime, but we'll see what I could use the power for. So I've got a pool in the back, going to get a larger above ground pool, maybe get a heater for it, use that to where, if I have too much power, just kind of burn it off and heat the pool. So once again, a lot of things floating on in my head. And then for the shop, that's also over paneled going into 2 inverters, not over paneling the inverters, but more panels than I know what to do with. So in there, I'm going to be mining. Anyway, so that's what the panels look like. Got a lot of work to do. And one important tip, whenever that you're unboxing a big pallet of panels, try to have it on a little bit of an angle and then have something behind it to kind of keep all the panels from, going over. I've got my trusty excavator, which helps out with that. And yeah, so that's it. Thanks again for watching Mike's Garage.